Okay, when you come in here to set up the machine, Dad always leaves last night's setup. So you have to take it down, throw this stuff away, and then you're ready to start setting it up after that. So I'm gonna walk you through it here. First thing you need to do is hit next on this screen. This is the screen you'll see when you walk in this room. Just hit next. And it tells you to close the clamps. There's these two clamps here, the red and the white. You close them. And then there's the drain line has a clamp on it too, so you need to come over here and just clamp that yellow clamp. And so you got the clamps closed, you hit next, and it tells you to remove the cassette. You can hear the machine kind of whining. It's got a lock on it. So it unlocks that door right here. And then you'll open it up. It's got a button on the top. See that button right there? Okay, so you push down on the button, so when the door opens, there's a little catch, this white thing right here. This thing is the cassette. We got to remove it. So just push that down a little bit and it'll pop out. And then you just got to get all this hose and stuff out of the way. Before you do anything else, close the door, push the button down, make sure it latches, because it'll give you fits the next time you try to set it up if you don't latch that door. And then there's, after you remove the cassette, it says next. You come to this finish screen, and all you do is shut the machine off now. There's a big rocker switch back here on the back. That white rocker switch that turns the machine off. That's the only way to turn it off. And now I'm gonna pick this stuff up and throw it away. I'll be back. This is the solution we're gonna get out of the stock room. It's green. We don't use the reds, just the green. You need one box. It has 2 bags every day. These are the cassettes, individually wrapped. So you'll need one of them. Okay, so we're ready to start the setup. You have to turn the machine on that same rocker switch. And it's like any computer, it takes a little bit to boot up. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna get the cassette open and the bags out of the box. Just make sure it's clear. If it's not, just throw it out, go get another bag. So these things, you can get the corner and separate. It's got a front and a back. And open it up. That's all we're doing. We're just opening it up right now. Now for the cassette here, I'm gonna open it, but I'm just gonna take it out enough to get the drain line out. It's the drain line's got this little clear cap on it. Pull it off. And I'm going to go stick it in the washing machine drain. And it helps to roll this coil out of it. can probably back up just a little bit and see what. Thank you, baby. This sticker in there. Probably get 6 or 8 inches down in there. And just for Dad's safety, I like to just kind of tuck it around that. Make sure it's laying flat. And now I'm gonna go wash my hands for this. All right, I just washed my hands. When you dry your hands, use these paper towels, not that, because that'll be dirty and stuff. And there should be paper towels in this closet here if you run out. All right, so machine finished booting up. We're ready to start setting it up. This screen just says ready. You don't really need to worry about anything. It just says press OK to start treatment. Should say setup. Big green OK button. And now it goes through the setup process. It's got a little pie chart that empties. It's progress bar basically. So when it gets done, we'll go to the next screen, the next step. All right, now we're really ready to set this thing up. That previous setup, the machine will make noises, it's fine, it's doing its thing. So you can see it says gather supplies, mask, and wash hands. I'm not using a mask, you can if you want. I did wash my hands, and now we're going to insert the cassette. So I'm going to take it all the way out of the bag now. And you can push that down, open the door. Now this thing takes a little way to get it up here. There's 2 silver pins and notches on the top of the cassette. They tuck in under those pins. And once you get the top, just push the bottom in and it should latch. I usually give it a little tug, make sure that it's latched in there, because some of them are warped and stuff and you have to just throw them away and get a new cassette. It's no big deal. So we're good with that. It's not going to pop out. Shut the door. And we're going to take this is the line that Dad hooks to. I try to not touch a whole lot of it, it's got a cap on it, but I try not to breathe and cough on these connectors too. So it goes into another setup mode, but I'm going to get these bags now and I'm going to set them on top of the machine. One on that side and one on this side. And we wait for this to finish. All right, now it finished that. This screen, you just don't change anything. You just hit next. It's describing how many liters is in each bag. So just hit next. And it says connect solution lines, place bag on heater tray. We've done that. And connect the drain line. That's the first thing I do. That's run into the washer drain. So we got 2 bags with the green caps there. These are the connecting lines. There is 2, 4, 5. We're only going to use 2 because we have 2 bags. So the 2 we use is this red one and the white one right next to it. All those other 3 to the left stay put. If they fall out, it's not a big deal, but don't use them. Use the red and the white next to it. All right, so I'm gonna hook up the red one first. It doesn't really matter which side it's on, which bag you hook to. So just twist this green cap a little bit, it'll come off. This is, where you open the system, so you want to make sure that you don't touch either part of that once you take these caps off. So that's the red line. Now the white one right next to it, or right next to where the red one was. Same thing with this second bag. Okay, so we're still on that same screen, and we've connected the lines. We put the bags on the heater tray, which is the top, and like I say, we've already done the drain line. So now we're going to hit next, and it's going to go through its stuff again. I just finished that last step. Now you can read the screen. It says break cones and clamp unused lines. So each bag has this cone, and you can see that little piece right there that sticks up into the bag. That's what you have to break, both of them right there. So let's do that. All right. So I usually put my thumb on that stem that's sticking up into the clear tube and hold the white piece down here. And I usually break it this way, go back the other way, make sure it's got broke and opened up so the fluid will be able to do its thing. So now it's the unused clamps we've got to clamp. Says it right there on the screen. So I usually just grab the two whites and the green. They're unused. So you just snap those little clamps, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in here to keep them out of the way. Little notches that they stick in. All right, so now we're ready to proceed to the next step. So right there, we hit next on the screen. And again, it's going to go through a process. And sometimes these countdown timers are not right. It may run a little longer, it may run a little shorter. So I usually get up and go do something else while it's doing it. Give it a few minutes and come back. This the drain line, while it's still doing its thing, I'm gonna tidy that up because it's got a coil here in the floor and I don't want Dad to trip over it. And I usually just kind of snake it through these 3 slots on here. And again, just make sure it's laying flat so he doesn't have anything to trip over. As best you can, get it flat. All right, I finished that step. And this is just information. You don't have to do anything. It's just information. So all you have to do is hit next, and it's going to flush this drain line out, and it usually takes 1 minute, and so it's not as bad as the other steps. Finished the flushing, so it got to this, pops this screen up. Says ensure blue line clamp is open. So the blue line clamp, you can see it there. By the way, this is called an organizer, where that thing kind of rests in there. But anyway, those blue clamps are open, you know, when you pull them out of the bag, but you need to verify that it's open, because now it's going to prime that line and get fluid all the way up to the end right there. And so we're going to hit next, and it's going to start priming that line, and you can actually see it, and it takes about a minute, so it doesn't take long either. All right, it finished priming the line, and you don't have to worry about that bottom part where it says or press back to prime again. It's primed. So the top part is what's important. Now that it's primed, you have to close that blue line clamp, and that keeps the prime ready. Otherwise it may drain back, and we don't want that. All right, so I've done that. I've clamped it, and I hit next. And this is another informational screen immediately. Just hit next. And information, hit next. Now this is the screen that you stop at. You're done setting the machine up now. When Dad gets ready to go to bed, he'll come and take care of the rest. Also, I wanted to show you that patient line right there is still coiled up with the tape around it. That just makes it easier and tidier around here. If you can keep from breaking that tape, Dad can do that, and then he's got all the length he needs. All right, this is cleaning it up, this past setup and the bags we got out today. I like to put as many in a box. You could get like 3 or 4 days in one box. If you do something else, there'll be too much garbage to get in the trash can when it has to go out on Thursday nights. Also, when you have extra boxes like this, you need to break them down again to keep from overfilling the trash can. So just clean all this up. Throw that in there. I usually pack it back in here to the supply room just to keep it out of the way. And on Thursday nights, I'll gather all that stuff up and take the garbage out. All right, I want to show you how to, the easy way to open one of these boxes. You don't have to cut it or anything. You don't want to puncture the bag anyway. So you can press in on the top, and that'll allow you to get a hold of the tape. And then you can just peel it off the edge, each end. And then of course it just pops open. I'm going to set these aside because I want to show you the easy way to break the box down. Again, you don't need any tools. You can just use your bare hands. You'll put your thumbs right here and push down. It'll start that tape to tear. You can pull that off and break the box down and just stick it over here. And that'll pile out up through the week. We'll get it out. These are all the cassettes right now. They should be delivering more, I hope. There's probably, I don't know, 25 or something like that. There's some here too. Like, you know, you'll need one of them every night. A box of the green every night. And that's really all you need. Anyway, if you have any problems, any questions, give me a call, text me, and I'll do my best to help you. All right, love y'all.